Before I begin, this story is up to 18 years. When you have kids around, please use headphones. Thank you for your understanding. The Native American mythology of the Skinwalker, skin changer. North America. A medicine man from the Native American tribe of the Navajo summons the gods because of an ever-growing threat. Invaders from a faraway continent are trying to take their land and kill every single one of the Indians. These invaders have already built a fortress quite close to where his tribe's camp is. The medicine man summons the dark forces. In the night they will all turn into wild creatures and attack this fortress. Night falls and all members of the tribe transform into upright wolf and bear-like creatures and begin charging towards the fortress. These creatures leap over the wall and kill and devour each and every settler. But this incantation had its price. The Indians are cursed, and every night they transform back into these beasts, killing and devouring everything in their path. The territory where these Indians live is no longer entered by any settlers, and it is considered cursed. The Indian tribe lives isolated from civilization to this day. The people who live around call the area the Skinwalker Forest. The territory is 100 square kilometers. Everything is covered with forest, and in the middle is an impenetrable swamp. The Indians have their camp near the swamp. In the past, some people in the area who were careless overnight have also disappeared without a trace. A new governor was recently elected in this state. He has together his goal is to build a highway through the area. He doesn't believe in such old wives' tales. If the Indians show up, he wants to negotiate with these natives. On the other hand, it was never contractually regulated that the area belonged to the Indians. This governor is very corrupt and will also make some soldiers available to secure the construction site. When the highway is completed, tourists can reach the converted tourist spots faster and don't have to drive around for hours. This undertaking will cost the lives of many people. Before I continue, please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Hit the bell to get news about new posts. I wish you a great time with my story. Construction of the highway begins a few weeks after the new governor is elected. The highway will be built across Indian territory. During the construction work, the Indians came by and asked for an audience with the responsible construction manager. Construction manager David Ross is sitting in his trailer and examining the construction plan. If all goes well, the highway could be finished in a few months. The faster it goes, the higher the premium. He is happily drinking his coffee when there is a knock on his door. "Yes, come in," he said. An employee from his building supervisor comes in and says, "David, we have a problem." "What problem?" asked David impatiently. "The Indians are here and want to talk to you," the employee replied. David wrinkled his beard in dissatisfaction and went with the employee to the Indians. The soldiers who were made available to him have already lined up with the Indians to secure the situation. One of the Indians dismounts from his horse and walks towards the site manager. The Indian asks, "Are you the one in charge of this construction work here?" "Yes," said the site manager, bored. "We're here to warn you. This has been our country for generations. This country is cursed. Every invader was destroyed in the past. Stop this construction work and get out before it's too late." the Indian said sharply. The site manager laughed out loud and says, "I don't believe in these old wives' tales, and now go away, we have a lot to do, we warned you." The Indian said disapprovingly and turned back to his horse. With loud screeches, the Indians ride back into the forest. A few days pass without incident. The construction works lead deeper into the territory. After work, the construction workers sleep in their accommodation containers. The construction workers cannot sleep tonight. They hear drums in the distance. The next morning there was a knock on the manager's door. The officer on duty from the soldiers entered and reported to him that 2 soldiers on duty had disappeared overnight without a trace. The superintendent, visibly concerned, told the officer to double the watch and report to the battalion. They need more soldiers here on the construction site. More soldiers arrived as the day progressed. In the middle of the next night, the site manager awoke from his sleep to find there was quite a commotion outside on the site. He heard machine gun fire and terrified, excited screams. He looks out the window and sees werewolf-like creatures making blood-curdling and screeching noises. The soldiers shoot at these creatures, but this has no effect. The creatures pounce on 5 soldiers, tear them to pieces and feast on their entrails and flesh. The site manager is filled with terror and fear for his life, and he is left standing against the wall. After 20 minutes the beasts were gone. After that night, 10 soldiers died and 2 construction workers died. The construction work was stopped immediately and the construction workers were evacuated. The megalomaniac governor declares a state of emergency and martial law for the region. From now on, the military has absolute control over the region and means war is raging. First they send attack helicopters to the Indian village, but it has been deserted for a long time. This tribe hides in the dense forest or swamp. The next military step is to invade with several divisions from all sides of the territory. But these are not normal people, they are supernatural beings. Over 100 soldiers died in the next few days, and not a beast was captured, injured, or destroyed. It went on like this for weeks, and the population who got wind of it started to protest against this senseless bloodbath. After a few more weeks, the governor was overthrown by force from his office. The temporary ruler immediately stopped the military action. The entire area was cleared and the next governor arranged for a fence to be erected around the entire area. Every 100 meters there is a sign with the inscription, "Risk of death. No trespassing." The war had cost the lives of 2,000 soldiers. No civilians have disappeared since the fence was put up. Peaceful calm reigns, but danger still exists. End of the story.